3, 2, 1.
Wow.
Well up. Welcome to the For a Laugh podcast experience.
Yeah, what show is this again?
Yeah, Jesus.
We're here.
The experience.
We finally made it from the weekend, because boy oh boy was it a big weekend that I didn't think we'd make it through,
Wow, that was a...
frankly.
We're straight into it this week.
Yeah,
It's
man.
like-
No fucking around.
No fucking around. Right into the topic.
Let me pull myself up a bit.
I mean, normally we do the old bloody jump around for like 3 minutes, chat about some ram shit, have a good laugh.
There we go.
We are here for a laugh, as you bloody will know. But
As the true fans should know.
true
you
fans know the
only
real
you'd
now.
only know if you've been watching the show for a few years now.
Look, only true fans of the show know the show's name and its origins.
That's true. That's
But
very true.
we did have a huge weekend.
Oh boy.
Was huge an understatement, Dan?
Yeah, I would. It was rough.
How
Let me put it
dare
that
you
way.
use such a word not to describe it properly? Huge is like an understatement.
Yeah, no, that's right. I think
God damn.
it was bigger than huge. It really was.
Yeah, what an
In a lot of
absolute. For those of you don't know, last week we mentioned that we were going to the Chili Festival, which is an annual festival that happens just down at the local.
Very innocent, nothing inherently devious about the event. Nothing inherently horrendous.
Well,
Apart from the fact that we were the ones going.
yeah,
Yeah,
we walked through the door.
we made it bloody horrendous.
Did you go last year?
No, it was
I'd never
That was
gone.
my first time.
Yeah, me either.
So-
I've never gone. I swear, like for the last 4 years, I've been like, I should go to that and haven't.
And then you actually go and you're like, oh my god.
Well,
Well,
I didn't.
okay, sorry. That's how you were in the morning. I should say.
Yeah, it's true. But I was actually thinking I didn't actually try. Apart from that, chili martini that we got,
I know we didn't try any
I
chili.
didn't try any chili, at all.
Yeah, for
Like,
us it was
at
just
all.
the beer fest, really.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I was thinking to myself, I can eat heaps of chili down there. I'm sure I can just
I mean,
with
chili's nice.
the beer,
I
with the
actually
beer, I can
legitimately-
cool my mouth. And
Yeah.
all of it just no. I was
Yeah.
just cooling my mouth. That was not even hot.
Yeah, I know. I love it.
But
No, so
Faith-
we went to this chili fest, and as
Yeah.
you said, I had never gone to the
yeah,
chili fest,
no.
and I think we both were pretty curious as to what it was. It was kind of, to be honest, it didn't end up being like a huge thing necessarily, though. It was just a couple of stands, people selling chilies, people selling
If you were selling something chili
candles and
candle
stuff.
wise, you
you
were
know.
in a bloody good place because they were selling chili shit.
Yeah, and so they were selling all this stuff,
And food and
that
stuff.
was on offer. But the main event, or the main attraction, I should say,
Was the
for
beer?
us was, they were selling booze. It was obviously a big day out at the pub.
Yeah.
Connor and I went with Mitch, and it was a good
Yeah.
time. And yeah, we got there. We had a chili martini at the bar, which was like,
What a
it was
strange.
fine. It
It
wasn't.
was
very good.
It was a one day
Actually,
cocktail.
No, I had
What,
the
for
special
dinner?
chili fries as well. So
Okay, yeah.
So I did have something
I had something.
that was a little chili.
I went to the thing and it was I don't know, something chicken, and I was like, I'll have that. At that point, it took me 15 minutes.
No,
to get
honestly,
served, so I was a
well,
bit like,
At the time when I ordered too, I was like,
finished.
"Can you just give me the thing on the sign?" I was a little bit already glazed over.
At that point, I probably was waiting there for about 10 minutes before I got served.
So let's just
So I
to
just
give
completely forgot what I was ordering.
to give all the wonderful, beautiful folks at home an idea of what the deal was, what the dealio was that we went through, or sorry, what the ordeal was that we went through.
Okay.
What did we do? So we got to your house at what, 12 or
Well,
11:30?
no.
Yeah.
Well, 11:30 then. So
That's right.
we've been talking ever since New Year's that, my two best friends are Mitchell and Dan, and I said we should eventually, meet up and have a night out.
So sweet.
Unfortunately, Mitchell had to leave at 5. Actually, I don't know if it was 5.
Yeah, I think because
Was
he had
it
work
5?
at 6. Yeah, so I think he had to leave at 5.
The time went so quick because they got to mine at 11:45,
Yeah.
and we for 2 hours. I sang a 6-pack before we left,
Mm-hmm.
and then on arrival to the pub, we got. I love the way we ordered the martini. It's like, let's order a beer to wash it down.
Yeah, I know. I love it. I think we ordered the beers before we even finished the martinis.
No, honestly, we ordered them at the exact same time, and you
Yeah.
paid for martinis and I paid for the beers. And I believe we had
surprisingly though, even though we drank a lot, I didn't actually. Well, no, actually, I must have spent a decent amount. I was about to say I didn't actually spend that much. It was only $200.
Yeah, I didn't really check in the morning, but I think I did okay.
No, I don't think it. I think it was just under. I don't think it was $200.
I
I don't think it was that
only
bad.
bought around twice.
Yeah.
and then my dinner. So it would have been around $60 maybe.
Yeah, wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad.
Because we went back.
No, I think because I spent $200 like over the whole weekend, so that would have counted like.
Yeah, well,
I think I went out for dinner on Friday and blah.
Yeah,
blah,
well,
blah,
that's the thing. I didn't. I knew I was gonna be here now. I definitely made up for it on the Saturday, but
that's the thing. Like, I don't really check my card much, thankfully, because I don't really have to. But like, I just set and.
Do you remember? Not a fan, but do you remember Mitchell got us to Kilkenny?
Yeah, I remember the old
like
Kilkenny. Yeah.
I don't know how I had that.
I'm a bit of a hardened beer drinker myself, so you could probably give me like a fucking literal pint of piss, and I would be like
a Tipo Tinto.
It's all right.
I'd be open to Tipo Tinto.
I do actually. I'm saving it for my birthday. It's the old. There you go.
There you go. It's like, not trying to get off topic, but is it just quickly? Is it like a shot you've got, or like an actual?
No, I got the bottle, man.
Of beer.
Got the no. Tipo is rum.
That's it.
Yeah, so it's like a bottle of rum.
It.
I think it's like a 700 ml or something.
One shot
Tipo
of those
Tinto
and
is
you're on the floor,
African.
right?
It's African rum for those who don't know. Yeah, it's like it's not necessarily that it's stronger than other rums. It's just that it's like cheaper.
Let's just say you won't remember the night.
It's like $10 for one bottle. So it's like, oh boy, that's a rough deal.
But I don't remember.
So we got to yours at 11:30. We had a few drinks. A few is also an understatement. We must have had like at least 6.
I had 6 drinks
before we left.
Count them 6, and then we had a pint on arrival and a margarita.
We had a pint, a margarita, and then I feel like we had at least 2 pints after the margarita.
I don't remember having a second pint, but apparently we did.
So I'm pretty sure we then had 3 pints, margarita, or
I don't really remember leaving the
martini.
pub. I remember Dan was doing some filming, and do you remember this? When there's like this sign that says no alcohol at this point. As a joke, I was like, "Oh, Dan, get a photo of me with this." And then the man walked past, probably like maybe a little bit older than us.
Yeah.
And he made like a comment at me, and I turned around. I was like, "Yeah, all right." And I'm like, "Do you not remember that?"
Yeah, it wasn't a man, by the way. It was like
I said a little bit older than me.
Okay,
I don't know.
Only
I'm
a
not
little
saying
bit.
what I did was good.
All right.
I'm not a violent man, but
he wasn't like
apparently not
referencing anything. He was just being he wasn't even being a twat. He was just being a guy. He was like,
look, I'm sorry. It's really not like me.
Mate, it is what it is. I got nothing against it. It was just funny. In my opinion, it was just funny. But
the way I heard it was like,
you almost
look at this twat, And
no,
I
get you. I get you.
I'd never. It was literally. I'm not saying it as an excuse, but obviously I had a few beers. So I turned around. I was like, "Oh yeah, go on then." And like apparently he just turned around and went, "Mate, that's the alcohol talking."
Yeah.
And look, I ain't proud of it. I remember waking up in the morning being like, "That was probably one of the lows of the night." There were a few, but that was definitely
it is us. So.
That was definitely one of the top ones.
Yeah.
Which is a shame, and I don't normally ever like try.
It was alright. It was alright. He got it. He I don't think he was.
Well, luckily enough, he was kind of just like.
And he could see me and Mitch were like, "What are you doing?" So he was like, "Whatever, that's fine." So that happened, and then we went home.
Yes,
I remember.
And then we watched Scrubs.
Yeah, yes, that's what we did. So then
well,
Mitch must have left just as we got to your house.
Yeah, but we had like a period downstairs, like.
And then I feel like we drank like another.
I had another 6.
Yeah, I was gonna say like another.
Literally,
6, surely.
I'm not kidding you. I had 6 Coronas.
Like I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Dead set. But the thing is, what I remember like.
Oh yeah.
But do you remember before we watched a couple of Scrubs episodes? We were like just drinking beers, and I was like, "Dan, I'm really hungry." So you're like, "Okay, I'll go get some KFC." I said, "Can you do me a favor? Can I pay for the Uber?" And you go and get the food, and I'll sleep.
Yes, and you had a nap.
Because Mitch went to work. He left when we got back from the pub, and I was like,
I can't remember this. Like,
well, I thought he was coming back. I thought Mitch was coming back because he said he probably would, but he didn't end up coming back because he finished like 2. So I said, I'm feeling pretty tired, so can I have like a quick 20-minute kip? So when Mitchell comes back, which again he didn't because he didn't know what time it was finishing, but I thought he was.
How did I even get back?
So, I remember we ordered an Uber and then the guy cancelled, and I was like, fuck this guy, and then we ordered another one, and you went off. And I remember like
I definitely got in though. I definitely got in, and I got in and he was like, "Connor," I was like, "Yeah." And I just didn't.
All right, let me check your ID. And you're like,
yeah. I was like, "Oh god." So we got in. Yeah.
How long were you gone for though? Because I remember sleeping for at least maybe half an hour.
I have no idea. I genuinely. He took me. He got me in. We went to KFC. I was like, we're just going to KFC and then come back. And went in. I ordered.
Wait, you didn't go through drive-through?
No, we did go through drive-through.
Okay.
So, but I don't even think we were waiting for that. But we could have been waiting for us. I have no idea. And then we came back, and I came in, and I think I might have. I don't know if I woke you up when I got back. I genuinely don't know.
I don't think you did because
I think I might have left you like to nap so I could just eat and chill.
that's right.
And then
That's
I came
right.
and woke you up with your food, I think.
But that's the thing, because I remember hearing someone come back into the house and you not coming to get me, and I remember half thinking to myself, like half asleep, being like, someone's in the house. Like my parents were out.
Yeah.
I was like, someone's in the house, and Dad hasn't come to get me. Should be alright. I just went back to sleep, like literally.
But I don't
I
even...
must have gotten. I don't know. I do kind of remember coming upstairs and being
Yeah.
like, because you didn't get what I asked. You just got a huge family thing. I asked for
Oh, yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
meal.
That's right.
But
that's
no, it's no
right.
problem because I still got the same amount of food. But
well, look, it must have been a miscommunication because before we went, I was like, "Oh, you want this?" There's
you know me too well, yeah.
There's something similar that has pretty much the same
And I
amount of
might sleep
thing.
on the floor. Like,
And I think, yeah, exactly. I think
Yeah.
you must have been like, "Yeah, sure." So I
Yeah.
got that. I think it was a fine thing we got in the end. But yeah, that's why I didn't come get you because it was like a big thing. It wasn't necessarily like your box, my box. So I just had I opened it and I just had my half.
no, yeah, no,
And then I left your half.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then I think you ended up coming up.
No, I did. I
And
can't say
but the thing is, I remember not going in to get you, and I think it was because you were asleep. But I
No,
don't know.
I was, 'cause
could have
I-
been any reason. Like
I moved from upstairs. I was asleep on the floor upstairs for like maybe like
That's
10
it.
minutes, but then
I
I
thought-
went downstairs to bed.
I assumed you would be upstairs still,
Yeah,
so I went upstairs,
Yeah,
and then
I
when you
went
weren't
to-
there, I was like, well,
Yeah.
fuck it, I'm hungry. So
yeah.
started eating.
I went to bed, and I must have been there for.
I love how we're piecing this together. Like,
Well, it could have been anywhere between 15 minutes to an hour. Because I remember waking up feeling pretty
who
refreshed.
knows?
I
Literally,
wasn't
who
like
knows?
tired. I was like, shit.
Yeah, no. So you
And
came
I had chicken
through,
upstairs.
and then
Fucking chicken.
we started eating, and then I think we just kept drinking and watching shit.
No, yeah, we watched.
What did we watch? Did we just watch Scrubs? I feel like we watched something else.
No. We literally all we watched was Scrubs because I remember we said we should just watch that, and we watched like his episode. We watched the Yellow Brick Road video,
Yeah.
the episode, the 100th episode. We watched My Song Fire Part 1 and Part 2. Watched My Final Part 1 and Part 2.
Bahamas.
We like cried at the end. Remember that?
Yeah, I know. We had
It's like
a
every
like,
time, man. it gets me.
emotional finale watch.
Yeah. We
And
watched
then
like
I
a
think
couple
we went
more.
to the pub, didn't we?
And then my parents came back. And Mum was like, Connor, are you still drinking? And I'm like, look, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And then Forrest Gump was on. And you and Dad had a chat for like
That's it.
20 minutes about
That's it.
I don't know what about.
And I don't know either.
Yeah, I don't know what about.
Oh yeah. So your parents came back, and yeah, because Forrest Gump was on.
Yeah.
And then me and
And I
Dad
kept
started
doing my
talking
Lieutenant.
about
Lieutenant Dan.
what was he talking to me about? It
I
was
don't know.
something.
It was hell
It
like.
was probably something about like Dan. You know,
was
Dan.
hell- yeah, it's like it was
you
hell
moved
inspirational.
out. You're like you're
Yeah,
doing that. It was
fucking
something like that.
Dad always, bless him, like whenever
yeah.
like he gets like a beer down and he's like, it gives you a good talk about how good you're doing. In your
Yeah,
life.
exactly. It
Not
was-
to me personally.
it-
no, he's
No, it was
great.
a sweet chat that we had, but yeah, I can't. For the
But
life of me,
I remember.
hardly
I don't
remember
know.
it.
You cracked an amazing joke. I don't know if you remember this.
Yeah.
Like we were sitting with me and Mum, and Mum was like, "Do you know, Dan, if Connor doesn't have a boy, that's the end of the Hannah gene." And you said,
Yeah,
"Well, look,
yeah.
Jane, I don't think anyone's gonna get annoyed when the AIDS gene runs out."
Yeah, yeah.
And that
exactly.
joke fucking killed. That was hilarious.
No, they loved it. Yeah.
I remember like laughing for like fucking
the
10
way
minutes.
it's the way you phrase it. It's like you were like, yeah, because you said, you know, if you don't pass on the Hannum gene, it'll be finished. And then I said
it's true.
something along the lines of like, because my last name's Aid.
Mhm.
It was like, you know, well, I don't know if I'll find a girl lucky enough to pass on the AIDS with me.
It's brilliant.
You know?
I know that joke in ages. Like,
I love it.
I should have been more used to it, but
I mean, it's about the way you say it though too.
yeah, no, that.
If you
delivery,
say it
man.
in the hell generic like,
well,
AIDS, you
to
know,
its head, like,
yeah.
yeah, no, I
No,
don't.
that's funny. That's hilarious.
And then
So then we went off to the boat
well,
or to the bar or whatever.
I remember we. I don't know. There's a few things I can't say.
Yeah.
Two things I can't. I don't shit. Sorry, two things I probably shouldn't say.
Uh oh.
But I remember I
Do
called
I-
someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we went?
No. I got told that by my sister that someone wasn't very happy with me, and of course, me being drunk, I was like,
Of course you. Yes.
I gotta resolve this now. I remember you
that.
saying,
Yeah.
"Don't do it,"
I
and I
literally
literally-
said to you.
and I called her, and we hung up. I was
Don't,
like,
no,
"Why
you're,
did you
you're
let me do
skipping a
that?"
little bit because we did go to the. This was when we were at the bar.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
walking.
So we went to the
down,
pub, and
I don't
then,
know how we got there. What we spoke about when we were getting
Yeah,
there.
and then you started talking to a. No, I think you phoned her when we got there. I don't think you.
Well, I texted
We were
her
talking about. Yeah, you were texting her while we were walking
because
down.
I didn't want to call when she.
Yeah.
And then she called me,
And then you guys were chatting, and then.
but only for about 2 minutes. Like nothing. Huge.
And then you got off the phone. You were like, well,
I shouldn't have done
that
that.
was a bad idea.
I love how I was like, why'd you let me do that? And
What
you were
you
like,
said? Not well. I probably shouldn't say, but you said like, I don't know, something about. Yeah, things were pretty messed up, basically.
yeah,
Not
no, it
necessarily
wasn't-
because of you, but
no.
it was
No,
one of the
yeah, no,
classic,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know, has a breakup and then just goes downhill. Not necessarily because of the breakup, but
yeah.
just.
Again, I can't really say much, but it didn't go great. And then, I'll tell you what happened in the morning, but
Oh, no.
but then again, I saw someone else who, again, I won't say.
So.
But do you remember seeing that other person inside the pub?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was weird.
Yeah.
That was weird, too.
So that happened.
So then we saw some people. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We saw some people that we
Well, that
recognized.
was-
And then,
So we
I don't know
had
if
2
you
pints
remember
there.
this.
What?
So then we had like another 2 pints at
Mm-hmm.
the pub. And then these like 40-year-old
Yeah.
mums
Yeah, they just spoke to us. But I don't remember what
started
we spoke
speaking
about.
to us. It was very weird.
Yeah.
And, I was, I'm going to be polite. Like, I was giving the old chat.
Yeah.
And I think you were like, not very interested, honestly, because you were like, I think you literally walked away and then started talking on the phone to someone.
Yeah, well, no, that's the thing.
Which is fair enough.
No, they were talking to me.
They were getting a bit weird as well because, like, the chick asked me, oh, can you come... She was, like, not saying, can you come get a drink with me? Or maybe she did, but she was, like, more saying, can you escort me to the bar? And I was like, this is weird.
Yeah, because can I just say, we weren't like, we literally were just sitting down. Like,
yeah, we didn't...
I attract strange people at the pub. I don't know why.
We weren't, like, approaching them
No,
necessarily.
they just came to next to us. I remember I got speaking to someone across there was someone up there, and she was like in her 30s, and we had like a chat for like 15 minutes about relationships and stuff for some
Yeah.
reason, about her husband who was 10 years older than her, and she was
Yeah.
like 30, and I don't know why. I don't know
Very
how
bizarre.
I engaged in conversation with
Weird
these people.
stuff. So this 4-year-old brought me over, and then she was like, she was gonna buy a cocktail for herself and her mate, but she was like, I'll just buy a midi and we'll share it at the bar. And I was like, okay. She bought a midi each. We weren't sipping out of one together, but she bought me a midi and she bought herself a midi, and we just sat there and sort of drank. And I was kind of like, and she actually said, she was like, do you want to dance? But like, she said it, I think she said it in a joking way, because that way, if I wasn't interested, she could be like, oh, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
Really weird. And then I went back, and then you left, and then
Yeah,
I was with them, and then
yeah.
but I wasn't with them for long after you left. It was pretty quick. Like, you left, and then I was kind of like, okay, I should probably find...
I'm sorry, I don't know why.
No.
Well,
Look, to be fair, without going into detail, I knew the situation that, things needed a bit of sorting out with you and the person you were talking to on the phone. So I was like, all right, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I remember answering the phone. and
Nah,
then-
she could have. I think she probably called you. So
I was answering the phone. Like, everyone was being noisy in the background, and then I was like, I'm gonna leave over here. And then I got on a phone call, and I just kept walking.
then
I
you
was like,
started walking home.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk.
And then I
home.
kind of realized, and then they were like, oh no, the bar fucking closed. The pub
That's
closed.
it. Because I went to go to the toilet, and then it was like
yeah.
locked, and I was like,
Yeah. So you must have gone home because the pub closed. And then
Yeah,
I
well,
was
I didn't
like,
even toilet. I
where's he
couldn't
gone?
find
So
you.
you must have only been gone for like 2 minutes.
no,
And
no,
then-
it wasn't long.
Yeah, and then the girls were like, the middle-aged mums were like, I want to keep drinking. Like, they were just, they were
And you're
seriously,
Like, well, see ya.
they were seriously drunk cougars, man. Like, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding a tiny bit. They were just drunk cougars. And I swear to God, like, I don't want to get explicit here, but she wanted to get it on. I
Good
tell you.
Jesus.
Because, like, and I kind of joked about it, or I referenced it or something. She was like, no, you're my son's age or something, or like, whatever.
Jesus
And
Christ.
like, so she was kind of denying it.
That's the
And
thing, I didn't
she had a
even-
husband too. She was like, my husband's away.
Oh my
The
god.
classic, my husband's
No.
flown
That's the
out.
thing, I just saw these women. I knew exactly what they wanted. So
No,
I
it
kept
was
my
weird.
fucking distance.
It was
I was
weird,
Like, I don't
and
want
I-
to really talk to you. I'm sorry.
I wanted to bloody get out of there, so I was like, oh dear. And then they were like, we're going to go to Joondalup. We're going to get an Uber to Joondalup. Come with us.
Who?
And they kept being like, come with us to Joondalup. And I was there just like, I need to go I need to go make sure my mate's okay. I was
Oh,
like,
damn.
I got to go make sure.
Fucking hell.
And she kept being like, come to Joondalup. And I was like, nah.
Yeah.
I mean, they were nice enough, but I was kind of like, yeah, this is just weird. It got weird. It was a fun little chat, but it was one of those things where it's like,
God's
have a
sake.
little chat and then go your separate ways. You know what I mean? It was
Yeah, fuck off.
it was a bit strange. and they were trying to get me out, and I was like, I don't want to know where this could end, you know. So I was like, and then I think I just walked back to yours.
Yeah, it was funny because like I completely spaced it, and I was like on the phone call, and then I heard like a rustling in my house, and I was like, well, goddamn, who's that? And I come outside, and you were there. And I was
but
like,
I can't
damn,
remember
what the
how it
fuck
happened
you doing?
because I must have just thought it took longer than it did, because I walked back to yours, and I thought it took ages, but I think it was pretty quick, honestly.
It could have been like
I think
5
because
minutes,
while I
half
was
an hour.
walking, well, we were super drunk, obviously. I think while I was walking, I realized how late it was, and then I was kind of like,
Didn't you walk home?
maybe got tired. Well, I walked to yours first, and then I went in and I sat. Oh, I was gonna go into your door, and then I heard you were on the phone, so I sat and I like eavesdropped on you for like 2 minutes. I was like, and I think I had a beer as well because I had to finish my beer. And then that's when I made a noise, and you came out. You were like, "What are you doing here?" I was like, "Uh-oh, he's caught me." So then I went in, and then we had a chat.
Yeah, for like.
Or as in, I chatted to
How long
who
were you
you
talking
were.
for though? Because she said we were there for like an hour, and I was like, good Jesus.
No way.
Apparently. No, I checked the phone call in the morning. It's like an hour and a half, and I said, how long did we talk when Dan left? And it was like, we pretty much just went to bed.
What?
So I was like,
Surely I was not there for.
no, we were there for a while.
Oh my word.
And I remember I was like, I put a pillow up to like, and I was like telling you to say stuff like, talk me up, like.
Yeah.
Remember that? I was like,
yeah.
like
I
the
love
classic
it.
pillow like covering
Yeah.
my face. I was like,
Yeah. You're like, damn, come on, man. That was hilarious.
I don't. I remember.
funny.
I remember you were talking, and I was like, "Damn!" I was like, "I'm getting there." Like,
That is so funny. Yeah, that is really hilarious. So,
and I literally woke in the morning to Alicia saying to my mum, "So guess what Connor did last night?"
oh, that is too
And
funny.
I was like, "Fucking hell!" My
That's
mum
hilarious.
came in and joked. She was like, "Connor,
Wow.
don't do it drunk. Never call him." And I'm like, "It's not. They're like not gonna work well." And I was like, "Look,
That's
mum,
so
you ain't
funny.
wrong."
So, okay, wow, I didn't realize that we spoke for that long. So anyway, so I must have spoke, and then I just walked home, and then
Yeah.
I think my walk was, I think I just went straight home. I didn't.
Didn't we have a debate for like 5 minutes about how I should walk you to the door? And you were like, no, it's cool. And I'm like, you're my guest, and I'm walking you to the door.
No, you were like, I know I should.
Oh, that was. Oh, in my head, I was like joking with like, I'm gonna get out of bed.
No,
You're like, I
you
swear
were
shouldn't."
like trying to be like, look, man, I really would, and I was like, nah, you don't have to.
That's it.
But at the same time, that's exactly what you wanted me to say.
Right, because I remember going to bed thinking the door is still open right now.
Yeah.
It's like unlocked.
Oh, yeah, you probably should have. You probably should have.
In my mind, I remember
Yeah.
waking up and like waving you off and like
That's so funny.
seeing you walk off.
Maybe you did. Maybe you
I
did. I
don't-
literally don't know.
don't know.
So I walked home. I'm pretty sure I walked straight home.
We'd hope.
Yeah, no, I did. I walked straight home, but I think because I was drunk, I just did it a bit slow, you know.
Yeah.
And then I got home, and then I just went to bed, and
Yeah.
then that was it. No, actually, no, I didn't. I had I left myself a little bit of KFC from earlier, so I walked home with my backpack, and then when I got home, I don't know how I did this. When I got home, I must have sat down and ate some KFC, and then I must have gone outside because
Your glasses were off.
yeah, I must have gone outside onto my balcony
Yeah.
and I don't know what the fuck I would have done because
Yeah.
in the morning I was like, I couldn't find my glasses. I was really worried I'd left them at
Texted
the
me.
pub.
I'm like, I'm pretty sure when
or
you
I'd lost
left,
them or I left
you
them at
had
yours.
them.
And then later that day or the next day, Kath found them on the freaking balcony and I was like, what did I do when I got home? Did I eat and then go have a freaking nap on the balcony? Anyway, then I went upstairs and then went up to bed and then it was fine. But it was
Surprised we weren't sick because I had like 12.
dude, I was
12 beers, like probably 4 to 5 pints.
I don't know
like,
about
a
you, but I was
martini.
feeling pretty rough the next day.
It's probably the worst hangover I've had in a while. And that's probably the most drunk I've been in a while.
Well, and keep in mind, we got back, or I got back at 2:30 or something. I must have left yours at 2. So I got back at, I don't know, 20
yeah,
past 2,
that
whatever.
does sound right.
If you think about it, we were well into drinking at 2 p.m.
Yeah.
And then we finished
we
at
pretty much started
2
drinking
a.m.
at 12.
We were literally
Yeah.
drinking hard for 12 hours,
Yeah,
man.
literally. It literally felt like that.
It was like that. I'm telling you, that's how it was.
It just felt like that though.
It was crazy.
In the morning, I was like,
It was insane. Yeah, it was that was rough.
I generally feel like I've never been sick on the morning after,
Yeah.
but I was like, am I gonna go?
That was
right
close.
now?
It was
Like,
close.
It was horrific. It was like a fucking ants in my head. Like it just hurt so much.
There you have it, folks. That's
Yeah.
That's our story this weekend. It was crazy. It was
Don't drink,
big.
kids. Just kidding.
Don't drink until next weekend. That's always my
I'm
motto.
drinking tomorrow.
Yeah.
M&M, baby.
Mate, same. That's the thing. We're both drinking on a freaking Wednesday, and then I'm gonna be away
Well, what are you going to
all
do
weekend in Mandurah, and I'm gonna be
I do remember you saying that on the
drinking
call.
very hard all weekend. Like, mate, let me put it this way: we have a problem, but we don't.
Well, it's go hard or go home.
Nah, that's right.
From Mandra.
It's go hard then go home.
That's true. That's true.
That's how we do it. Thank you, folks,
Unless you're drinking from home.
for this half of the show. We'll see you in
Thank
a minute after the break.
Cheers.
Goodbye.
Alright, we're ready.
Of course we are.
3, 2, 1.
Ba bang.
Where we left off.
We left.
Off? What an absolute bloody night, though.
So that was a big one. That was a big one, and I think that was a.
What?
It's just emblematic of who we are. I think we're just like those kind of people. But
Some big nights coming up soon, though.
well, that's
We got your birthday
that's
shit.
true.
and,
We
like,
got M&M coming up tomorrow, which I
That's
think is
true.
the biggest bugaboo we got. Not bugaboo. I don't know why I call it that.
You mean biggest night we got coming up? Or?
Yes, that's what I meant to say. I
Yeah,
just
so-
spoke weirdly.
Speak this through to me. What are you thinking for tomorrow? You thinking
No, well,
beers or,
obviously,
like-
I'm gonna get home at okay. I finish work. I don't even know when I finish work. I'll finish work like just before 4, or like I'll finish work probably at about 3:30,
Okay.
and then it's about 45-minute drive, depending on how bad traffic is. So I should get here by like 4:15, 4:20. So I'll pick you up on the way because you live around the corner. We'll come here, have some pre-drinks, and then call the Uber at like 22 or quarter to 5,
Yep.
I guess.
Yep.
And then we'll leave, or we'll make sure we leave here at 5 pretty much.
It's gonna be a big night.
Latest, and then we should get to the stadium. I don't know, like
We'll have to go to Perth
5:40
Underground,
or
'cause
something.
You can't Uber to the Optus Stadium. You can Uber to Crown Plaza. We should go Uber to Crown and
And
just
then
walk over.
yeah. So then we'll get there
Why
at
are
like.
you doing that to me, Optus Stadium?
So we'll get I
Huh?
know what's going on. So we'll get
How
there at
stupid
like.
is that?
It's weird, isn't it? Especially because it's such a popular.
Yeah,
You'd
literally.
think they would.
Literally. So fucking stupid.
So we'll get there at like 40-ish.
Yep.
Then we'll go get dinner.
Yep.
Excuse me. We'll go get drinks and then get dinner.
Excuse me, Dan. The most important thing. Literally.
And then
some
we'll
body
finish
merch
eating and
and
we'll
then,
go see Hilltop Hoods. Then we'll
yeah.
go see Eminem. It'll be
Yeah.
freaking
So yeah,
dope.
as long as we're there, like, at least like 7:40 now p.m. As long as we're sat down there tomorrow around this time, I reckon we'll be cool.
Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be breezy.
You know I freak out this kind of thing.
I know.
was saying
That's
it
why
down
I laid it
before-
down to you.
I was saying it down before this.
I'm pulling the curtains back. I'm showing the audience how
I
much
just
he needs to know.
Yeah, I just like I'm a bit of a bloody control freak. I've sent Declan literally maps
Yeah.
of like the stadium and you.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I saw
I've
that.
literally marked where we are.
Yeah.
And where the stage is.
Yeah.
It might be OCD. It might be anxiety. My mum thinks it's a bit of anxiety, but
Yeah. No, it's better to know. It's always better to know. than
I
to
just
not
like
know.
to plan ahead.
No, it'll be good.
I had a dream last night. That,
Mate, if you hadn't checked with me, I'd have been like, all right, I'm calling an Uber now to the Perth Arena.
well, that's the thing. Like, well, he didn't even know until.
I'd be going to the wrong
What was
bloody event. Like,
Well, that's the thing. Like, you didn't know till literally that day we drank.
yeah,
You're like, is it in Optus Stadium? And I was like, yes.
mate, I'm just happy to bloody show up.
Same. It'd be very fun.
So
It'd be very fun.
the other thing
Yes.
that's happened recently that I think is definitely worth talking about, and I'm sure we've got opinions on it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Don't say it, Dan.
Nah, I hate to say it.
No.
Honestly, honest to
Is it
God.
the O word?
Yeah, it is the O word. Yeah,
No.
it's the old
I actually didn't
Academy Awards, the bloody Oscars. Yeah, nah, it is.
How was
man.
Jimmy this year? Just kidding.
Which Jimmy?
I know.
No, neither. They
should've
they
been all
couldn't
three of
get
them.
any Jimmys.
Should have been all three of them. What a fucking
Mate, when the Oscars can't,
would have been worse.
when the Oscars can't even find one Jimmy to host, like
Oh, don't.
then you know they're in shit.
All that tweets like music, my favorite Oscar host. Like,
Yeah.
is it apparently just open.
I actually heard afterwards that some people thought the
preferred
no
it.
host was all right. Like
Yeah.
I suppose so. And I guess in a way, it means that each presenter can have like a lot of fun, and
Right.
no one like steals the night. Because I guess if you have a host, sometimes they could steal the night.
We
But
listen to your crappy jokes.
yeah, but look, it was look. Frankly, I'm more peed off about the actual awards.
Oh, it's just fucking.
It was horrendous.
It is horrendous. It's very strange.
Look, there's some stuff that's good. Like Black Panther won some stuff that I think it deserved. I think if Black Panther won Best Picture, I would have been like, come on now.
Of course, fucking Black Panther. won, though.
But they won costume design. Like Black Panther had pretty damn good costume design. They won production design.
No, to be fair, I think the Oscars. I swear, the Oscars they won felt necessary, but it's
Yeah,
not the
no,
ones
exactly.
that they wanted. You can
Yeah,
so
yeah,
tell.
no, that's true.
Here we go.
I think A Star Is Born only got Best Song.
Yeah.
Which, in my opinion, is like, come on now.
So Green Book won best.
Which is like,
fucking
what are you
film.
doing? So, hold on. What were the
fucking dumb.
nominees for Best Picture? You had Green Book, you had Roma, you had A Star Is Born, you had Bohemian Rhapsody, didn't deserve it. Black Panther,
That's strange.
didn't deserve it. The Favourite and Black Klansman. So, in my opinion, the Best Picture should have got, or could have gone to either The Favourite, because I watched that and that was really good.
Roma.
Black Klansman, which was great. And then I would have understood if it went to Roma.
I thought Roma would have
And
won, to be
then
honest.
also, I mean,
Oh,
A Star Is
Alfonso.
Born could have got it. It would have been
Give
pretty
Bradley
cliche.
his bloody Oscar.
But like, definitely, like the ones on that list that I would have said, why the frickety frack would you give it to?
It's such a weird
were
choice.
Green Book, Bohemian Rhapsody, Black Panther, and even Vice. Vice was alright, but it wasn't Best Picture, you know.
Very strange. So Vice did win an award. What was it win? What did it win?
Best Hair and Makeup. Vice won Best Hair and Makeup. Which,
enough.
okay, that one it does deserve
enough.
because Christian Bale,
That's
you
it.
know, looked pretty fuck ugly.
So Bohemian Rhapsody won best editing. Do you see that video that's been circulating
Oh
on
my
Twitter?
god.
Did you watch that
Why
video that's been circulating
the
on Twitter?
yeah, I did.
It's
Why
awful.
the fuck did
It's like something
Bohemian
like
Rhapsody
120
win
cuts.
Best Film Editing? Insane. The thing is, though,
Very strange.
what's so ridiculous is there were other movies. So first of all, there were other movies that weren't even nominated. I don't know if you saw that tweet about Mission Impossible Fallout.
Oh, it's fucking ridiculous.
Where were the nominations
Honestly.
for that?
Honestly, yeah, the Stockman tweet.
Yeah. And so there's that.
The editing and
Also-
sound design in that scene alone was better than Bohemian Rhapsody.
Literally. Also, the other freaking movies nominated for Best Film Editing were way better than Bohemian Rhapsody. And then on top of that, as you've pointed out, Bohemian Rhapsody wasn't even well edited itself. Like, it's so ridiculous. And then also sound mixing. It got an Oscar for sound mixing, which is like,
Ooh, they played music.
well, someone literally tweeted, they were like, Bohemian Rhapsody won an Oscar for putting Queen music in a fucking Queen biography. Like, obviously you're going to have Queen music.
You like Queen,
so
right?
obviously the sound is going to be good. Like, what are you
you-
thinking?
What do you think about between the sexual tension between Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga?
Oh, I've got a bit of a hot take on this. I think,
Wait, before you answer, are they married?
no.
Oh, so they're not married.
To each other?
No, I don't mean. I mean, is like Bradley Cooper got like a spouse?
I think
and
Lady
is Lady
Gaga's
Gaga?
single. Bradley Cooper has a partner.
Okay.
With a kid. They have a kid
Could
together.
you imagine that being your husband? Like,
Dude, that would be, let me put it this way. If that was me, I'd be getting,
yeah,
I'd be having to, you know, sleep in the old couch.
they
you
were
know
just
what I'm
acting again.
saying? Here's my hot take, all right? I reckon, I don't think there's anything to it. Here's what I think. Brad's the bloody director, and he's looking at the bloody DVD pre-orders, and he's like, we can jack those numbers up, you know what I'm saying? Like, I reckon he was like, all right, Gog, which is what I assume he calls her.
Yep.
All right, Lade, let's
All right, lady.
let's
do this.
let's spice it up a bit, you know what I'm saying?
Alright.
I reckon she probably has a bit of the old, I reckon she's a bit starstruck, if you ask me. I think she is
What,
pretty,
you reckon she really likes him?
you know, I think she's got a bit of a tingle.
Mate,
She's
there
got
was
a
a
bit of
star in
tingle
her
there.
eye.
I can tell. I think everyone can tell, frankly. But I reckon he's just kind of looking at her like the director. You know what I mean? He's like, "You're doing great." You know?
Turns to Mike and go like, why are you getting so close? Like,
Yeah, exactly. He's like, "You're missing your cue."
stop looking into my beautiful eyes. Well,
you
if
know.
Bradley Cooper did that to me, I'd be like,
Yeah, that's the thing.
I forget
reckon,
my name.
I reckon
and I'm
he
a
was
straight
just
man.
Look, he's a good performer. I reckon
No,
he was
he's
just
great.
riding the. I reckon he was just riding the flow. They both know that's what plays well.
Do you know the film A Star Is Born? I was in it. Literally, like,
I love it.
Just
No, and I
watch
reckon
it.
they wanted to get some buzz from it. Because
Yeah.
unfortunately, you know, it's a real shame that the actual awards show didn't give them enough buzz.
Yeah,
by
so
way
A
of,
Star
like-
Is Born won. It
Best
won
song,
best
yeah.
song. But it says here that but All the Stars won. Or is that just me
Sorry?
fucking reading it wrong?
No, because they won for.
Yeah, but All the Stars it says here. Oh, maybe not.
What
It
do you
just
mean,
says-
All the
It's
Stars?
under, All the Stars by Kendrick Lamar. Swallow,
No, it says
Shallow, sorry.
and then that's the nominees.
It doesn't have nominees there.
Yeah,
This is
it does.
confusing, Google.
And then these are all the nominees.
Ah.
What a dingus! What a dang!
That was a dingus move.
So yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody won too many. Green Book won too many. It's so ridiculous. Green Book won best screenplay too, which is like why?
Yeah.
I just don't.
No, you are right. What about Rami winning Best Actor?
Okay, so the Queen guy won Best Actor. Give it to him. Yeah, he did alright.
And like,
He did good.
you know what annoys me?
the
Like,
other thing, you can't give it to Christian Bale every year.
no, you're not wrong.
You know what I'm saying?
I kind of wish Bradley got, to be honest, but oh well.
Oh, actually, that's true. I think I
reckon Brad deserved it.
I think Brad definitely could have got it. I think.
Willem Dafoe, he was nominated.
Oh damn.
Well, I'll be double dog damned.
Look, I think I think when it comes to the Queen thing, you know, with old Rami Malek, it's always tough too when you have a character who's so much larger than life. You know, Freddie Mercury as a icon, as a person, was so huge.
Of course, you're gonna be.
I think he definitely is able to ride that
the
wave a little bit. So. You know, I don't know if he was... he's definitely a good actor. Like, there's no doubt he's a good actor.
I just can't believe... obviously, I'm happy as per, but like, Olivia Colman, who we watched in Broadchurch years ago.
Dude, Olivia Colman... And I watched Favourite the other week.
Yeah.
She killed it, man.
Yeah. No,
she seriously killed it.
But it's like, we already knew she was fantastic.
Oh, she was great. Did you
even
see
in
her
Broadchurch-
reaction? She was like, too funny, I've got an Oscar. Or something like that.
Yeah. No, she's great. And she's really sweet.
Yeah.
And Mahershala Ali for Green Book.
Oh, dude, he definitely... Like, he's a great actor. What's a shame, though...
Everyone
Not
was
really a
saying,
shame,
Sam
though.
Elliott should have won, but...
Is that Mahershala Ali's 2 Oscars now have both been supporting actor.
Yeah, because
like,
it was.
I bet you he's like, all
Moonlight
right,
as well,
where
wasn't it?
is my
Yeah.
So I bet he's like, where the fuck is my main role Oscar? You know what I'm saying?
Also, please forgive me. I have no fucking idea who this is.
Oh,
for
Sam
Best
Elliott
Supporting
in
No,
Star is Born
not-
was great as well.
Not Sam Elliott. Sorry,
Regina King. So Regina
Yeah.
King, Kath and I actually watched this movie just the other day.
What?
If Beale Street Could Talk.
I've never even heard of that.
Very good movie. It was about a young black couple who the young man is falsely arrested on a
see.
rape charge.
I see.
And it's a very interesting look at the
Right.
the complexities that black folks have to deal with when being, you know, lower class. No, it was actually really good. The chick who won played the mum. She was really good in it. No, it was great.
I had no idea Amy Adams was fucking nominated.
Again, Amy Adams was
for
good.
Vice.
I don't know. I don't think Amy Adams stood out more than.
Well, did you hear about the bit of the a bit of the elephant in the room where Spider-Verse won and it was up against two Disney films,
love
Incredibles
this.
and
Yeah.
Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Yeah, and I love how.
It's a bit of the old salt in the wound.
Well, I love how Spider-Verse was also made by the guys that
Yep.
Disney
Well, I think they
fired
fired
from
notoriously.
Solo. Very notoriously,
Most
and they
stupidest
just
decision they
basically
could've
turned
made.
around and said, "Screw you, bitches! We're gonna go win that Oscar from you."
That's the thing. Like, if Solo was good, I'd be a bit like, well, it kind of went good in their favor, but it just didn't. It just didn't at all.
It's a shame because you can tell it would have been so much better if they directed
Oh,
it.
don't even.
I think Hollywood's starting to learn that, like,
There's that footage out there somewhere.
dude, Hollywood's starting
I
to
wonder who's
learn
got it.
very slowly, but I think Hollywood's starting to learn that the more creative control you give to the director and the less you follow what the studio execs and all the freaking market research shows, then you're going to get something really special. It's
The
true.
best director was Alfonso. for
Yeah,
Roma.
Alfonso Cuarón for Roma,
Cuarón, that's
which
it.
is really interesting.
That bloody Prison of Azkaban director.
Yeah, I know. Hey,
I can't
and
believe that.
he's a great director.
I found that out,
and
like,
so
a couple of days
interesting
ago.
that all the Mexicans are winning the director award. So it's, you know, good for
Yeah,
them.
Del Toro.
Yeah, because you had Guillermo del Toro, and then you also had.
It's like didn't Del Toro give out the award?
Yeah, he did.
Wasn't that a bit on the nose?
Yeah, I know.
It's like, well, who could it be?
Yeah, I love it. You had, because you also had what's his name, Alejandro G. Inarritu, who directed Birdman and The Revenant, who
That's right.
won 2 years in a row.
Two fantastic movies. Yeah, so Favorite, Cold War, Vice, Black, Spike trying to
Spike,
leave.
dude, Spike Lee does need an Oscar though, surely, for directing. I don't know if
Tried
he
to
has one.
leave. Did you see the video?
Oh my word! So this is hilarious. So
Dead
do you
set
know
just
the
trying to
Green Book
leave.
controversy? Like, do you know why it's so controversial?
Isn't it made by a lot of white people?
Yeah, so it's made by a lot of white people, and it's just also like the
It's like Green Book, more like the white pages, so like Twitch.
yeah. Well, it's also that the movie itself, like the plot, is very much like simplifies racism, and it makes it out like you know,
Right.
one black guy and one white guy had a really good friendship, therefore
So can we.
racism solved. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
we did it, guys. We fixed racism, and it just makes it really simple. And then there's the other criticism that it's like what folks are calling a white savior movie, where basically,
I see.
you know, the black
So even they
character
get the
can't
credit
really
for-
yeah, exactly.
Right.
The black character can't really help themselves. It has to be a white character.
Well,
coming in and
there's
helping.
always gonna be that controversy.
There's a bit of controversy. Obviously, Spike Lee agreed with it because Spike Lee bloody
Try to leave.
walked out
Well, he tried to.
of the.
Well, did you see him getting interviews like, this is my 6th glass, and you know why?
Yeah.
And I was like,
dude, he's savage, man.
I
He's
said that'll
so
be us at
savage.
the Oscars. Like,
Yeah, we'll
where's
just be
the
talking
wine?
shit straight up. So you're looking at best documentaries
Yeah.
there.
Free
so the
Solo.
one that
What is this? A
won-
bloody.
Very weird. I looked at it. The one that won Free Solo, it was probably well made, but apparently it was just a documentary about a guy climbing a cliff. Doesn't sound that interesting to me, but you know, I'm sure it was well filmed.
Not a lot of people mad that Won't You Be My Neighbor wasn't on here.
Yes,
Which
it
I
should have
heard a
been.
lot of buzz
The
about.
other thing though, this other movie, I haven't watched any of the documentaries that were nominated, but the second one of Fathers and Sons, right there, I read the description and it's basically some guy like goes and lives with a radical Islamic terrorist family, basically. I don't want to oversell it.
Well, goodness me.
And basically documents how they live for a year, which to me sounds insane. Like that sounds
Jesus.
so fascinating. So just on freaking concept, that one sounds more interesting to me. But you know,
Foreign
whatever.
language, obviously, Roma.
Yeah,
It was on Netflix. If you want to watch it, you can.
They were like,
Screenplay
"Look, we're not
was
going to give it best
Green Book.
picture, so we'll throw it foreign language film.
Yeah, we can't give it Netflix original or fucking.
Best original screenplay, Green Book, which again, like, come on, they were better. nominees.
Adapted screenplay.
Yeah, Black Klansman should have got that. Good on them.
Yeah, good old Spike. And then it's cinematography. Alfonso
For
again
Roma,
for Roma.
yeah.
Best visual was
Did he do his own cinematography? Yeah.
fucking First Man.
Yeah, that was a bit weird, wasn't it?
Strange. Animated
They
short.
were like, "Wow, you made the moon look so good."
Never had that. Best
So
costume
that's the best-
design.
that's
Black
the best,
Panther. That was well deserved.
That's the best visual effects
Fucking
since
editing.
the moon landing was faked.
Fucking editing is Bohemian Rhapsody.
Also, that best short that you just skipped past, that was the one
Mm.
from Pixar.
that was it with the weird. Fucking,
The
yeah, that's it. Yeah.
what are they called?
Before Incredibles.
The shit you eat, the
Tofu.
Asian food. Yeah,
Yeah. No.
dumplings.
Dumplings.
That's it.
I
Dumplings.
didn't see it, but I saw no films last year.
Yeah,
I should have, but best production design, Black Panther. I do agree with that actually.
yeah, that was good.
That was really
and
that's
costume
really good.
design for them as
And
well.
costume
which-
design, yeah. Best editing was by Rap again.
Come on,
Very strange.
best sound editing. Well, also you had thing is, Quiet Place was nominated for that.
It should have won.
Surely
Yeah.
you give
that is a film I did say everybody.
best sound editing or best sound mixing to A Quiet Place over fucking Bohemian Rhapsody. Good God.
Live action short was Skin. Never heard of that.
Nope.
Best makeup was Vice. Fair enough.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, fair enough.
What is?
I
is
think at this point we're just getting into
Yeah,
you know,
and that's it.
the
Best
ones
short
they did out
documentary
during the
was
the commercial break.
sentence.
Well, there we go, folks. That's
Well, that's the bloody Oscars for you. As per usual, it was a bit of a weird shit
Look,
show.
frankly, I think some of it was really good, some of it was deserved, some of it was like, come on, guys.
Did you see the,
what are you doing?
Did you see when it was like really awkward? Apparently, like before the Oscars began, they were on the red carpet, and some woman went up to Jason Momoa
Uh-oh.
and was like, "Can you do the? Is it a toga dance? I believe. Forgive me if I'm wrong. But that's not the
Belly
right
dance
name.
or something?
No, but do you know that? Do you know he was doing it at the Aquaman premiere?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which apparently is quite a native dance to Hawaii. Again, forgive me if I'm butchering this, but I believe it's called the toga.
Yeah,
And
something
apparently
like that.
she was like, "Come on, let's get a toga out of you."
Yeah.
And apparently like, his girlfriend straight up was just like, "No."
Oh.
Apparently it's incredibly racist if you're not in the
I
right
see what you mean. Context. Yeah.
context, I believe. Which
Well, because it's like in
Makes
New
sense.
Zealand, they do like the haka, like that.
yeah,
So-
it
something
might be
like
the
that.
toga or the haka. Or again, I'm sorry if
yeah.
I'm butchering and
No,
fuck out of the
I
name.
get what you mean, though, yeah.
But yeah, because you know he did that went around viral, and she was like trying to get like she's trying to hype him up, like
Dude, these interviewers, man.
do it, and he was like, well, and then his girlfriend literally was just like, no, no.
That's hilarious.
It was like apparently an incredibly racist thing to do
Oy,
and
oy, oy.
disrespectful if you're not.
Yeah, come on, dog.
At first, I was a bit like, why aren't they doing it? And then I read more into it, and again, apparently,
Interviewers need to get better, man.
oh, they're just very embarrassing. They're
What's
just like
going
the classic like attention seeking, like
Yeah.
let me pretend to be your best friend when like a lot of the people don't even fucking want to be there or like give a shit about what this interview's got to say.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if I ever get something, I'll be respectful. But I get a lot of these people have been in Hollywood for a long time, probably just don't give a shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, is
Nah.
it mandatory to go to the Oscars, or can you just like? Is it a bit frowned upon if you don't?
Yeah, I would think so. Especially if you're nominated. Like, more so the studio. If you're an indie director, they probably don't give a fuck. But the studio is like,
Yeah.
Because remember, the studios run Oscar campaigns. They make you go and suck up to producers and go
Literally.
to cocktail parties and all this other stuff. So they want you to show your face as a sign of goodwill to the Academy. They're like, okay, maybe you don't win this year, but they remember that you showed up, so they're grateful. So they vote for you next time. You know,
It's
whatever.
so funny, like
It's very like corporate.
it's like in the episode in series 3 of BoJack where there's like an Oscar campaign going on. Like Taylor Top's like, the point of the movie isn't to be like, you know, inspiring. The point of the movie is to make money.
It's to make money and to win an
Literally.
Oscar. Yeah, literally.
That's
yeah.
literally like, like, you know, they're talking about like the posts and stuff, and it's like, oh, we should use this one. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, it's quite like, it makes you think about yourself, and it's like, it'll make you think. It's
Yeah.
like, nah, it doesn't matter about
Doesn't
that.
matter about what they think.
Yeah, it's literally,
As
mate.
long as what they think is go spend my money watching
The thing is,
that
and you can
movie.
even tell, even at like our local cinema, all these films are like back on, or like,
Yeah,
Boy Rap
yeah.
had been on
They're
for
pushing it.
months.
Yeah. No, ridiculous.
Months.
Ridiculous.
Apparently, it's even out in DVD. It was in DVD
I
and Blu-ray,
really-
and it's still at the cinema.
I genuinely don't know why,
Strange.
what all the hype is around Boy Rap. I understand that it's Queen, and maybe that's literally it. But
That is it.
I just
That is
like,
it. Do you like Queen? You'll love this film.
yeah.
It's a shame because it's the kind of like,
I
you
just
know,
I don't think it does justice to Queen though.
time
Either,
we're
which
living
is
in.
such a shame, you know.
Well, I'm actually really interested for the they're doing an
the
Elton John.
yeah. I think that'll be
Rocket
good.
Man.
I think that'll be good because like
It looks better.
it seems like Elton John himself is behind it.
Yeah, there were a lot.
I'm not saying he made it, but he's obviously
That's the thing with.
he's obviously not
There
like
was a lot
offended
of
by
things
it.
behind the scenes with Boy Rap where it's like, you can't do this, you can't do that, you got to
Yeah.
approve this through us and this and that and
Yeah.
that, and apparently it went through the bloody sieve, and whenever it came
Yeah.
out, it was quite a cookie cutter,
Oh yeah.
like, don't swear,
They were like,
don't mention drugs too much, the whole AIDS thing.
yeah, they were like, look, as long as the director has only molested a few kids.
And that's another thing.
Did you hear about how they just didn't that they only
It's
thanked the
weird.
like reshoot director,
Hmm.
which is very strange.
So
I
how
mean, I
much-
get you're gonna thank someone.
How
but,
much
like,
did Bryan Singer direct?
most of it?
Are you serious?
I'm
thought it was
pretty sure.
Like 25% or something.
Maybe I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure he left pretty like deep into production.
I love how like the Academy's like, we'll just ignore that. And
Yeah, it could have been early on, but I feel like it's at least half of it.
did he get
was-
fired because of creative differences or because this whole child pornography thing came out? And, like,
Apparently, it was because of
molestation?
creative differences, and
And
then
then that came
But I imagine because of all that stuff, they were kind of already looking for an excuse to give him the boot. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
Dark times. I love how like Hollywood's meant to be this how beautiful place. Like we love film, and it's like the Oscars does not represent film, in my opinion, in a great way at all.
no, not
Nor
right
do
now.
a lot of the
Not as it
people
is.
there.
It can, but not all the time, and
Not all the time.
definitely not this year.
It's gotten worse. It used to be so good, like Whiplash and like Birdman and like
Yeah.
Revenant and stuff like that, and like Wolf of Wall Street and stuff
Shit
like all
that
this stuff. It was
deserved
getting
it.
deserved. Like there's a couple films in here that deserve it, but like just seeing stuff like Black Panther and stuff on there is very much like a bit of a let's please everybody. That's probably an
Seems to
unpopular
me
opinion, but you know,
Like tonight, we've discussed two very
Pretty
regrettable
big.
nights.
and they were both in the same
And
48 hours.
Let me
pretty
put it
much.
this way: I only wish that one of them
Not really.
could happen again.
That's true, and it will.
You bet it will.
Knowing
twat.
us, literally this weekend.
Probably freaking happen tomorrow.
Well, yeah, literally. Let's
It'll
bloody
be- it'll
sink
be
some
like-
tins, commit some sins. and
It'll
film
be
things.
like 11 o'clock, and like we'll be leaving. We'll be like, should we go home? Ah!
Forget it. Literally.
I love it.
Brilliant.
All
Thank
right,
you for
thanks,
joining
man.
once again, Mr. Ode.
Yeah, thank you all for showing up, showing
No
your
worries.
face, coming by.
Cheers. Thanks, everybody.
We
see
always
you
appreciate
next
it.
week for another episode
You-
of V4 a Laugh.
You don't want to miss next
Podcast.
week's episode.
It's the mid-season.
It's a special
final?
one. It's a mid-season episode.
That's right.
There won't be a break, but it's still
It's
the
not a
middle
final,
of the
but it's
season.
mid-season.
So
Yeah.
it's right in the middle. So
They
don't
tried,
miss it.
but we said no.
Be there or don't. I mean, please do. Please.
Didn't you end it last week with that? This is
No,
unreal,
I said be there. You fucking. I shouted at them. This week I'm begging. I'm
That's
like,
why
please,
they're here this time,
guys.
so.
Oh, shit, maybe I should.
Also,
be more
check us
forceful.
at youtube.com/DanielWade and youtube.com/Conor
No,
Hannon.
no. YouTube.com/Daniel is weird,
I'm sorry.
and then YouTube.com/Conor Hannum.
So you didn't get it then?
No, I've had Daniel is weird for years. I'm
I
not
thought you were
changing
trying to
that.
get Daniel Wade.
I love Daniel is weird. That's my OG.
I wouldn't change it. I'm not saying do, but
Yeah.
anyway.
YouTube.com/Daniel is weird. Check me out. Check out all my videos that are coming out. YouTube.com/Conor Hannum. You will love all of it.
Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching.
Couldn't do it without you. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, bye.